Hey guys, welcome to AnimeLove, a channel where all we do is give you anime suggestions and recommendations, top 5, 10, and even 20 lists, character analysis, and even some anime theories, and a lot more. My name's David, and I'll be your narrator. And before we start with today's video, I'll kindly ask you, only if you like it of course, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you're not subscribed to the channel already, please feel free to do so. And so, let's roll the intro and start with today's video. Today we'll be looking at some anime that truly gave us that adrenaline rush, making us binge watch the entire show in a couple of hours. Those anime that just had us from the very beginning, making it hard for us to blink at times since we didn't want to miss a vital detail when it came to the show, or the situation would just turn upside down in an instant, making us go all ape smashing that rewind button till it's broken into pieces. These anime truly gave us a hard time going to sleep the night we watched them since our minds just won't stop playing those very scenes over and over again. The very scenes that made us jump in excitement, keeping us at the edge of our seats all the time. So let's sit back, relax. I mean, who am I even fooling? Of course, no one's gonna relax. We're starting the countdown for these anime that are just too much to handle at times. But let's try our best and dive right into the list of the top 10 thriller anime of all time. Number 10, the Garden of Sinners series. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been missing out on this one. When it comes to beautiful animation and breathtaking scenery, Ufotable is the one that comes to mind. I'm pretty sure you can all agree with me on that one. But if I ask you the question to name some Ufotable series, you'll probably come up with names like Fate or Demon Slayer, cause a lot of people have been sleeping on this one, pretending as if it never existed. Let me tell you that animation is not only its strong point. Featuring a unique story unlike any one you've ever seen before, the Garden of Sinners series is a bunch of movies that make full use of the magnificent work Ufotable has to offer. The fight scenes are so well done that you can't help but hold your eyes open for the "they're too fast for your eyes to follow" line from Piccolo would come in. Him jumping into the conversation out of the blue. No one invited you, Piccolo. Go back to Dragon Ball and tutor some kids. The story is divided into different movies, which made keeping track of it rather hard in the early days, but now all of them being at the same place, we have things a lot easier. With that, the problem is surely out of the way. It's a blend of action, mystery, and thriller that'll make you binge watch it from the very start. Be sure to check out the guides for the complete Kara no Kokai experience. Coming in at number 9, DEADMAN WONDERLAND.
ここは危ないんです。私たちと一緒に行きましょう。もともとそういう刻んだからさ。
アンダーテイカーさんの団団長。
隅の枝が消え。
This show sure takes Photoshop to a whole nother level. Being caught in a crime you never committed is something that's just another day when it comes to anime. But standing in the court in front of the judge while the camera footage is submitted to the court as evidence shows that the kid has some enemies no one would ever want in their entire life. Though that wasn't the case. Now, in a place where he must participate in different games in order to advance, DEADMAN WONDERLAND takes things to the next level, for it starts out way different than any other anime you've ever seen. It's unique, and it's always nice and refreshing to see something new. One of the best things when it comes to DEADMAN WONDERLAND is that its combat features a bunch of different characters having all kinds of abilities up their sleeves, making the fights all the more interesting. It's a treat for all the Bloodbender fans since they'll be seeing something they're familiar with, but a completely new version of it. Ganto would make you want to kill him at times, but bear with him. It's pretty underrated and deserves more attention for sure. Number 8, Another.
ここは大丈夫そうだね。
Everyone knows about Final Destination. The film series had a lot of fans since it featured the concept of cheating death and how the cheaters would pay the price later on. Another is like the final destination of anime, but being reinforced with a bunch of other genre elements that come together to bring us the perfect picture that is the anime. Everything shrouded in mystery. You'll be guessing all kinds of stuff coming up with every theory imaginable just to be caught off guard by what the show throws at you the very next second. Featuring some of the most unique ways someone has died in an anime, you'll be seeing situations that'll truly make you avert your eyes at times. The show progresses at a good pace and makes sure you're hooked on it the moment you're done with the first episode. The eye patch is reminiscent of the good old Kaneki, as well as being eaten by a ghoul just isn't the most terrible form of death when it comes to this anime. Let's look at number 7, Future Diary.
まさか
どうしたんだけど
秋瀬君に殺される
Smartphones feature millions of games in this day and age, with new ones being added to the lineup almost every other minute or so. But what if you're forced to play a game which takes place in real life and the last man standing takes it all, with the wish that comes later on as the reward? I'm pretty sure no one among you would play it, but you don't have a choice here. It's either kill or be killed. Getting dragged into this game, Amano Yuki Teru is rather reluctant to participate in this kind of killing game in the beginning. But later on, as he sees all these people going at his throat, he thinks of a solution, and that being to use his wish to revive everyone that's died as a result of the game. But only Goku in Dragon Ball Super is able to come up with something like that. Featuring a band of characters you won't be easily forgetting for an eternity to come. Be ready to be at the edge of your seats at all times, since this show won't leave you alone at all. Now on to number 6, Prelamaji Madoka Magica.
これが魔女。私の感情が追いかけてくる。
Don't let the innocent characters fool you. This show is nothing like what you're expecting it to be. Well, why am I even telling you that? You'll learn that fact firsthand in just a few minutes into the show. Of course, fairy girls with all kinds of vibrant colors and magical powers fighting evil to save Earth at first makes you think you've tuned into a baby TV show or something. But the action and powers aren't all the show has to offer. All I'll say is you're about to get caught off guard soon enough, making you think a million times as to what's about to come up next. I feel sorry for your brain. But just wait and watch, as the show is really enjoyable and something completely new. You're in for a good one. I'm pretty sure you'll be skeptical of any other series like that in the future. Coming in at number 5, Terror in Resonance. Childhood is the duration of your life that shapes who you're like when you grow up. Your personality as an adult is determined, on a large part, by how good or bad your experiences are as a child. Featuring one of the most genius anime characters, Terror in Resonance stays true to its name. You know a character is OP when he goes by a code name or a number rather than a normal everyday name. You know, the ones the normal people have. Whether it's playing terrorism, racking up millions of views on social media, or going full acceleration on a motorcycle with the girl you have a special something for, Terror in Resonance is completely unpredictable. 12 and 9 are a duo of personalities you've never seen before. There's someone who'll make you question as to how these two guys even blend in with each other. It progresses really good with all the pieces coming together and solving the puzzle we've been seeing since the beginning of the show. Get ready to see minds that are on par with Yagami Light himself, the characters being similar in more ways than just one. Number 4, Steins Gate.
俺にとってマキセクリスは俺はお前を助けられない
Time traveling has always been this thing everyone's super into, with all these people coming up with these theories of the Mandela effect, the butterfly effect, and a lot more to name. You get the idea of how fascinated people are with traveling between the threads that hold the universe in one place. Okabe Rintaro, the self-proclaimed mad scientist, is a character who'd be your favorite in an instant. He makes things interesting with his dialogue, which is so well written, it makes you want to meet the writer in person. Other than that, the other members of his lab are something else. An otaku who's a genius, a world-class scientist, and a lot of others who just keep making things all the more colorful and interesting. But the whole theme of the show does a 180 pretty soon, for messing with time itself is something that time can't turn a blind eye to. It's a bit slow at the very start, and in the beginning, it can be a little boring, but bear with it. I'm sure you'll be patting yourself on the back for being patient. Now a look at number 3, Monster.
僕しか知らない記憶。本当に行くべきところ。
One of the best storylines anime has to offer. Monster is something that only the most genius of minds could come up with, featuring a Germany that's way different than the one we see today. You see a blend of nationalities bringing in a way darker version of Hetalia Axis powers, a show that keeps things on the lighter side most of the time. This is the perfect example of the fact that you can't save everyone. You can't be the hero who's always there in time, who's always there to make sure everyone's safe and sound. Tenma, a hard-working doctor, is about to find himself in the middle of something that's far too complex and complicated to handle, even for his genius surgeon mind. The show features a ton of plot twists and keeps the mystery and thriller element in the picture almost all the time, making you hooked on the show right away, and all eyes in on the show whenever you press the play button. It's a must-watch for all the anime viewers out there, and personally in my top 5 for sure. We're getting closer with number 2, Death Note.
ライト殺人犯同士地獄で会おう父さん
Everybody's heard of it, everybody's watched it. Many people dive into the anime world using Death Note since it's one of the gateways that most people use to enter the realm that no one wants to leave at this point. Yagami Light, an affluent prodigy, is someone who's guaranteed a bright future ahead, for he's among the top students his country has to offer. But his life is turned upside down the moment he comes across the Death Note, a book that kills anyone whose name you write on the pages of the very book. A lot of possibilities coming to the mind of the prodigy as how to use it, where to use it. But let's see how things turn out as the show goes on. Moreover, the show features one of the best rivalries with the perfect cat and mouse game you've ever seen in anime. The way Yagami Light outplays others and comes up with those schemes and plans would truly make you think whether that guy is a god or not. It's truly one of the best animes ever made and something that you'll binge watch in a couple of hours at most. And now you finally made it to the number 1 top thriller anime, The Promised Neverland. Okay, hear me out. If this list was made before the year 2019, then Death Note would come out on top. Times have changed, and there's a new kid in town that surpassed the old guard. An orphanage is full of kids who help each other, looking out for one another through thick and thin. They consider themselves a family and make sure they're there to comfort others in the hour of need. But an orphanage where kids are raised to become the best meal demons ever had, that doesn't sound too normal to me. A trio on par with one of the best out there, The Promised Neverland features the adventures of Emma, Ray, and Norman, as after learning about the truth, they try to make it out of there. But Isabelle sure isn't about to let the best ones break free from her clutches so easily. The best cliffhangers, the best plot twists, the best adrenaline rushes. The Promised Neverland is the best new anime that's come out in 2019, and I'm pretty sure it'll hold that ground for many years to come. Alright guys, that's all for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, you already know what to do. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.